Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. There's no denying Roblox is one of the most popular video games out there on the face of the planet, especially with kids, with daily users being outrageous, absolutely insane numbers. And there are some crazy accusations going on out there right now that has caused the Roblox stock to take a serious hit out there. And these accusations, especially if true, are extremely heinous. And honestly, they're not the first time we've heard about stuff like this coming to Roblox. And ladies and gentlemen, this could be a very, very, very scary thing if you were one of the many parents out there who has one of their children's out there that plays Roblox, because this is absolutely insane. And of course, Roblox is coming out and denying all of these accusations, but we need to go over this stuff. It needs to be talked about. And you out there as a parent who may have one of your kids out there playing this game, but might want to seriously look into allowing them to play this in the future, or at least highly monitoring exactly what they're doing, because some of this stuff is some pretty heinous accusations and things that are a little too spicy for us to specifically talk about on YouTube and not actually get into trouble. So we'll be skipping over some of that stuff, but I think it'll be pretty obvious from when just looking at the screen here exactly what we're talking about. So we're going to check this out over from boundingintocomics.com, getting all the juicy details and see exactly what these accusations are, and of course what the company's response has been as well. It's your typical kind of corporate speak out there like you would normally see, but at the end of the day, we're still going to go over it real quick as well. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, boys and girls, because we are grinding, we are growing, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, leave us a comment in the section down below if you're a Roblox player out there, if you're somebody out there who has seen this kind of stuff inside of these lobbies and inside of these kind of games out there, or if you're one of those out there that had no idea this kind of stuff was going on and you really need to keep an eye on your kids and what video games they're playing a little bit more closely. From boundingintocomics.com and our dear sweet Spencer McCooley. Roblox denies report that popular kids game is lying to investors and enabling dangerous predators. Says accusers are short sellers and have an agenda, which honestly is true as well, but it doesn't mean these guys haven't been right in the past. I actually ran across a little article over in the past from my Robinhood little newsletter this morning talking about this exact same situation, and this company has been right several times in the past, even led to an FCC investigation to one company that they investigated and called out on this kind of stuff that actually caused a bunch of their CEOs to get arrested and spend time in jail for all the fraudulent stuff that had been called out by this company. So these guys do have a little bit of a track record of being right. Cued Roblox oof MP3. Roblox has offered an official response after a recent report accused the popular online game kids of both falsifying its user metric to investors and fully enabling child predators to stalk the platform. That is heinous. Assembled by the U.S.-based investment firm Hindenburg Research and published on October 8th based on both publicly available information and their own first-hand investigations, the report in question claimed that Roblox was currently plagued by two major problems. The first, said the firm, was that Roblox is lying to investigators, regulators, and advertisers about the number of people on its platform. The company's reported number of people, visitors, regularly matches Roblox's daily active users. It said DAUs, per the site's own terms, are not a measure of unique individuals accessing Roblox because they can include numerous accounts run by a single person, such as alternate or bot accounts. So even their own website admits this is not an accurate representation of individual users, that there might actually be a bunch of bots on here. Remember when we were dealing with that with X and all of the kind of nonsense, seeing a lot of these kind of these social media accounts promoting a lot of this Hollywood nonsense and garbage and dribble out there that wasn't lining up with the actual numbers of people actually watching these shows? Yeah, similar kind of stuff. Given these definitions, we believe Roblox intentionally conflates people with DAUs, consistently inflating the reported numbers of people on its platform. Multiple former employees told us that Roblox does internally track single users with multiple accounts, referring to the process called de-alting. Interviews reveal Roblox effectively has two sets of books for counting users, one for internal business decisions, which in multiple accounts are de-alted, and one used by the finance team to report to the higher metrics to investors. And yes, color us shocked there. It's just like when Disney inflates its numbers and puts out flashy headlines or how well their streaming services are doing out there, or Amazon Prime with the Rings of Power show out there. This is the kind of stuff we have seen happen time and time again. So they go through over a lot of the actual numbers and break it all down and let you know what the details are. And if you want to know the full breakdown on this, you can go over to boundingintocomics.com, read the entire article, and see exactly what's going through. But this is when things get really spicy. The second major issue, according to the Hindenburg Research, is the forum's in-game research revealed an adult content, people that want to do bad things to children, hellscape, exposing children to very bad things, adult content, very violent stuff, and extremely abusive speech. Roblox is compromising child safety in order to report growth to investors. As per our interview with a former senior product manager, if you're limiting users' engagement, it's hurting your metrics. In a lot of cases, the leadership doesn't want that. So yes, even though claiming they have some of the best moderation out there in order to protect children, no, it might limit their interaction. Kind of reminds us of all those accusations against Facebook before. It kind of seems like it's a Silicon Valley issue, doesn't it, boys and girls? Core to the problem is that Roblox social media features allows bad people that want to harm children to efficiently target hundreds of children with no upfront screening to prevent them from joining the platform. In support of their accusations, Hindenburg Research cited how the platform allowed multiple usernames referencing convicted, very bad people, hosted such user-created such as Run from the Diddy Simulator, wow, and provided easy access to groups wherein members were allegedly open to soliciting very bad things and trading very, very heinous things. Despite Roblox's claims of best in the world content moderation, our interviews with moderators show safety was largely outsourced to Asian call centers. How many of us have seen that happen every time we try to get help from any kind of company out there? Moderators described being paid $12 a day to review countless instances of very bad things to kids and bullying with a limited ability to keep perpetrators off the platform permanently, not allowing them to ban people permanently for offering these kind of heinous things to children out there. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. And if these allegations are true, it needs to be investigated properly. And if these guys are lying to their investors about this kind of stuff, there are a lot of organizations out there that will look very much into this. Like I said, this company has a track record of being right about this stuff. It might not just be all about all the money, but hey, if they can make some money on the side, why not? Drawing their report to a close, the firm ultimately declared, as noted earlier, we suspect these metrics are wildly inflated and the platform poses major reputational risks for advertisers. For instance, we found Instagram ads in the same school simulator game with very bad people from World War II speech and photos of inappropriate things of adults. Overall, we think Roblox has adapted the Silicon Valley approach of growth at all costs, whether by misleading or outright lying to investors about its key metrics or by opening its platform to dangerous people and illicit content unsuitable for kids. Notably, far from being the result of an entirely altruistic endeavor, Hindenburg Research's point does end with a disclaimer. In extensive research, we have taken a short position wherein a fall in stock price will result a profit for the investor in shares of the Roblox Corporation. So whether or not, at the end of the day, like I said, this company has a track record of being right. Whether or not you think it's an issue, the fact that they are also shorting the stock and make a profit off the fact that, yes, when this report did come out, Roblox's stock did indeed take a hit right here. You can see from their 5-day hit high of $42 just 4 or 5 days ago to where when this report came out, you can see them drop almost $2, which doesn't sound like a lot to a lot of people out there. But when you have hundreds of thousands of shares, $2 is a huge hit to your overall portfolio out there, boys and girls. So whether or not these allegations are true, it definitely needs to be investigated, and it definitely needs to look into, because this is some serious accusations out there that could be causing some very heinous and harmful things to children out there just because they're out there playing this Roblox game, which, I remind you, is one of the most popular games out there, especially with kids in the modern era. So of course they give their own little kind of research report. All of this, Roblox issued an official response via a statement shared to the investor relations section of their website, declaring Roblox rejects the claims made in the Hindenburg report. Safety and civility have been foundational to Roblox since the company's inception nearly 2 decades ago. The company has invested heavily throughout its history in its trust and safety efforts. Every day, tens of millions of users of all ages have a safe and positive experience on Roblox, adding by the company's community standards. Roblox takes any content or behavior on the platform that doesn't abide by its standards extremely serious, and Roblox has a robust set of proactive and preventative safety measures designed to catch and prevent malicious or harmful activity on the platform. For more information about Roblox safety measures, see the most recent blog post. And obviously, like I said, it's just going to be a lot more corporate speak. It's the typical kind of general like response you're going to get from your lawyers and your investors and all the people advising you and stuff like that. Deny everything, basically try to put up a bunch of other numbers out there that completely contradict the argument. But at the end of the day, this stuff needs to be investigated, because if there's a situation out there where kids are being exposed to extremely harmful things under the guise of just being able to have this company do its massive amount of growth, and this is costing investors out there tens of millions of dollars, especially if we get like any kind of criminal investigations, if you end up finding one of those situations, or there's a sting operation that specifically uses Roblox to catch these kind of people, this could end up completely and totally blown up on this company. And if you know what, it's one of them situations where we didn't realize how bad things actually were, then they need to make up for it. They need to go in there and they correct this kind of stuff. But like I said, this Hindenburg company out there has a history of being right about this kind of stuff. So this needs to be investigated. This needs to be looked into. And if Roblox ends up actually allowing these kind of things and are doing nothing to prevent the damage and destruction of children and their safety out there, then guess what? They need to be investigated. They need to be taken down, and they need to get exactly what they deserve.